Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is 8.3.4 for exploration and we are going to special connoisseur X striker power snack with palette cleanser with Mutant Wrath and SP2 bias nodes. The defenders are Elsa Bloodstone, Black Widow Claire Voyant, Jabari Panther, Quake, Mantis and Rhino. This path encourages you to bring a striker to help gain prowess, increasing your mutant champ's special damage by 200%. Prowess is absolutely required to bypass the special connoisseur node, so I would say bring in your strikers and make sure all of your mutant champions are equipped with a relic. The suggested champions for this path are mutant champions with passive power gain with the striker to make an easy run of the path. You can also use mutant champs with active prowess, but be careful of the power gain on the defender with power snack node. The boss is going to be Misty Knight with Hunter Sense, the best defense, Dizzy, Power of Will, and From My Cold Dead Hands. We'll be taking her down with an Apocalypse. More on her later in the video. So let's jump into the path and run through it. The first fight is going to be against an Elsa Bloodstone, and I'm going to use an Apocalypse with Cable Synergy. Now I already have 4 of those prowesses, passive ones from the synergy, but I'm going to delay as much as possible to throw my SP2 and run as many strikers as I can. So right now I have a striker ready, so I'm just waiting for Elsa Bloodstone to throw her SP1 out. Now I'm gonna go in and throw a striker. Now this particular prowess will give me 200% extra damage. So again, bait that SP1 out and go again, fill up my spirit gauge and throw another striker out. So that would be 200 plus 200% extra damage. So that would be a lot of damage on SP2. So one SP2 and one SP1 would be enough to bring down the defender. So I would suggest you to always wait out at least two strikers and throw your SP2s that can do a lot of damage and take down the opponent. So just there, look at the damage. In one SP2 I've brought her down to 22%. Now building on the same concept, I'm going to use Sunspot. Now Sunspot is not really a great option for this path. I am using it here. I was lucky to get another SP2 off, unless you're using Mutant Power Boost, because you will run out of your solar charges, and because of that you won't be able to do much damage later on. Again, the same thing here, build up to your SP2, get that prowess on with the strikers at least twice. Once you have 2 of those prowesses on from the striker, that's 400% extra damage, so that should help you do some good damage. So right here I'm going to throw an SP2. I'm going to be able to bring her down to 36%. Now I think I run out of solar charges, so I got hit with a 5-hit combo, so somehow I got up to another SP2, so that helped me kill her. But Sunspot is not the best option, but he can still work out if you can play better than me. Defender number 3 is Jabari Panther, and I would suggest you that you bring in a champion that can passively stun her even after she shrugs off the parry. That will really help you pace the fight. So you can use your Wags pre-fight, you can use Bishop, you can use both of the Storms, you can also use Apocalypse, that also works. So I am just using Bishop because he does a lot of damage on SP2 and he gains those prowesses as well on his own, and I will use a striker as well to get the extra prowesses, and 2 SP2 should do the job and bring her down. Fight number 4 will be a showcase of Kitty Pryde, how well she works with these nodes. All you need to do is to build up 3 prowesses and then just go for the intercepts and build as much as prowesses as you can. I'm not much of a Kitty player, so my gameplay is a little sketchy. All I was trying to do is to build up as many prowesses and try to trigger SP1 from Quake, and I could evade it with dashing in phase. So that really helped, and also if I accidentally push her to an SP2, I can always just wait it the normal way, use my strikers in between, get the extra prowesses for that 200% extra damage, and then let it rip. So right here, a striker right into an SP2, and look at that damage, 41,000, 70,000, 70,000. Quake is down to 42. Rinse and repeat that, and able to kill her quite easily. Defender number 5 is going to be a Mantis. Now with Mantis, I try to keep her to an SP2 only, and the way I do it is I push her to almost 1 bar of power, then I dash back and wait for her to come in, and then I will use my 5-hit combo with a striker with another 5-hit combo, and that usually pushes her to an SP2. What that helps me with is not to get slept, and in that way I can easily roll up my spirit gauge again and then throw a good SP2, and the fight can be very safe. But if she throws an SP1, then the sleep comes into play, and that can be a problem. So I would suggest you to keep pushing her to an SP2, get your strikers in, and then throw an SP2 like this huge one, and I'm able to take her down to 31% quite easily. And same goes with another SP1 straight away. Just use a striker, 200% extra damage with an SP1 with all of those debuffs. It's quite an easy takedown with Apocalypse. And the final defender before the boss is going to be a Rhino. Remember that he goes unstoppable when he charges in, so you cannot intercept him, and also a few times he can go unblockable, so he can really catch you off guard. So again, we'll do the same thing here. Just be careful about the palette cleanser. Every time you will try to parry him, he can shrug it off if there is a charge of purify on him, so just be wary about that. And yeah, that's about it. Just throw your SP2s once you have enough of the strikers used. I typically like to use the striker twice before I use an SP2, and that does quite a bit of damage with 400% extra special damage from mutant champions, and you can quite easily take him down. Both of the specials are easily evadable. The boss fight is going to be against a Misty Knight with Hunter Sense, the best defense, Dizzy, Power of Will, and from my cold dead hands. I would advise you to use a Wax pre-fight if you have available, or use champions that can passively stun Misty Knight, so even if she shrugs off a stun, you still don't have to worry about retaliation. Keep Misty to an SP1 for easy evades. She can be a little stubborn to trigger an SP1, so be patient. And champions like Apocalypse that I'm using with Cable's energy, Bishop, Storm, Storm-X, Kitty Pryde make short work of her. I'm going to use an APOC with Cable's energy, and simple SP2 and an SP1 rotation with a few strikers will do the job. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you found it helpful. If you did, make sure to subscribe to the channel and leave a comment down below and your questions, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.